I'm 26. Brain dump video. This is gonna be so much fun. So we're gonna talk about everything and anything. So we have being the black sheep of your family, getting uninvited to Christmas events, family Christmas events. That's a good one. And I'm gonna give you my honest take on Christmas babies, because I'm a Christmas baby. I was born on the 22nd, and let me just give you advice on that. If you have a kid that's born on these dates, like very close to Christmas, I'll give you advice on that. Okay, take my advice, please. Yeah, let's keep the conversation rolling. So yeah, brain dump starting in 1, 2, 3. I honestly love Christmas. You know, like the weirdest thing is that I never feel like it's my birthday, like ever. Since I am so close to Christmas, and I don't know about other countries, but in Canada, for example, like we go on Christmas break on the 21st, 22nd, or the 23rd. I think the latest that they've ever let us out was on the 23rd. But yeah, so I never felt like it was like my birthday. Like it was always overshadowed by Christmas. And also, you know, everybody would go out for like holiday or go see their family for Christmas, and they would leave home around the 20th to the 22nd. So gives you an idea of how many people would actually show up to my birthday party. Now let's dive into the whole being born like so close to Christmas. Like I think I did maybe once or twice an actual birthday party. But some years I would get lucky and have, you know, my childhood best friends over for pizza and just like, you know, watch a movie and eat pizza in my room. That was like basically my birthday party. But yeah, I could probably tell you like in one hand the amount of times that I celebrated my birthday. Excluding though, last year we celebrated it with a bunch of backpackers where I was working, because I had a contract here in Australia for 3 months at a pub, and I was waitressing there, and I was also living. It was like a living accommodation thing, and we were about, I think, 16 or 18 backpackers, and they made a birthday surprise party for me. So that was actually really cute, and that was the first time that anyone has ever done something like that. I was shook. I had presents, I had cake, balloons. They literally decorated the entire place, and I cried. I was so emotional. I till this day I cannot believe that they did that, and I am so thankful for them to have done that, because I never got that ever in my life. Let me tell you, if you have a kid that is around like those dates, I would honestly recommend celebrating their birthday either in the at the beginning of the month or in November. I swear to you, it is so annoying to have like one set of gifts for Christmas and birthdays, because people do that a lot when you're so close to the holidays. And you know, and I get it, like it's so expensive, like this whole entire like month becomes like really expensive. But for people that have their birthdays like around this time, it is so annoying to get like one gift for like both events, because like my birthday is my birthday, you know, and Christmas is Christmas. Like I would like to have 2 gifts like everyone else, and a lot of people just, you know, yeah. I used to wish to have been born in summertime, because when wintertime in Canada is like snowstorm after snowstorm. I believe like every year on my birthday there's a snowstorm. So, and it gets really hectic. Like back in when I was a kid, like there was so much snow to the point that you couldn't go outside, and sometimes you couldn't even see in front of you. Like you would put your hand like this and you couldn't see shit. Like it was so intense. I remember also them closing the school early for a holiday, because our roof was about to collapse on us, because there was too much snow on it. So that was like my childhood. Oh my god, when I think about like my Christmases. Like, I mean, when I was a kid, Christmas was so magical. I don't know about you guys, but like, I feel like Christmas was like super, super magical when I was a kid. And then it kind of like grayed out. I don't know if I can even say that, but like in my head, it kind of makes sense. It kind of became like more gloomy, you know? Like, I remember like being super excited because I used to do Christmas at my uncle's house. And we would be like all the family gathered with sometimes like family from overseas. And oh my god, I have to tell you guys how I find out that Santa isn't real. It's kind of funny. Okay, wait. So yeah, so my Christmases that were like memorable from when I was a kid, yeah, they were only the ones that I had at my uncle's house. So everybody from, like I said, like all friends and families, people that I don't even know would come over for Christmas, and it was just like the cutest thing ever. Yeah, so we had like a big like family dinner. Everything was super decorated. My aunt back in the day, and she would like decorate the tree. She was the only one allowed to decorate the tree. It was so cute. She was very particular about her tree, and it would be like different ornaments every year, a different style to it. It was really, really nice. And she would basically be like an interior designer. Like, I remember the Christmas tree being like the most beautiful thing ever. And also we never had like, well, they not we, because I had a fake Christmas tree. But they never had a fake Christmas tree. They always would buy the like one that they would cut out. Originally, my family is from Venezuela. So they would also make like traditional Venezuelan food. And I got to like eat pan de jamon and like yacas and stuff like that. And it was just like, you know, the memories of that just make me so nostalgic. Like, I freaking love that. Like, I love thinking about that time. And then after it kind of died down. Like, I grew up, got more, I think, opinionated and maybe like, I wouldn't say confrontational, but like I kind of, you know what? To summarize it, I was a horrible kid. I was a horrible kid growing up, and nobody knew how to handle me. So I became more and more the black sheep of the family. And now I'm the queen of that title. Like, I own that title now. In the best way now. But before, I was not allowed to go to family Christmases. Yeah. And that kind of happened, I think I was like 15 years old when they kind of uninvited me. And my mom kind of told me, like, you know, you're not going to be invited anymore. It's not even if I did something wrong. It's because I honestly, truly like remember never like going to an extreme on anything, but it was just more so like general me. Like, nobody really, at one point people were just like, no, let's not invite her. So they stopped inviting me for family Christmas. Then this sounds horrible, but like, okay, whatever. I started making my own kind of Christmas traditions, so I didn't let that stop me. But let me tell you, like, it did kind of took a toll on me for a couple of years. I was very sad, very depressed, and that did not help at all. But I did have my second family, which you know, adopted family that I have. They are so freaking cute, and they invited me a couple times to Christmas. I had Christmases with friends a lot earlier than like most people, but you know, regardless, they still kept that little spirit up. But I did always feel like I was intruding in a way, if that made any sense. Oh my god. Okay, not to get like super dark or whatsoever, but I genuinely never thought I was gonna make it past 18. And a lot of people around me really didn't think that I was gonna make it past 18, which I do not blame them. If you would have met me at that time, you would have probably thought, yeah, this kid is not gonna make it. Because I was so freaking sad. I was so depressed. I was not having a good time on this planet, like, at all. And now that I'm 26, okay, and I swear to you, if I could talk to my younger self on my birthday, because I used to cry every single year on my birthday because I was waiting for my dad to call me, but that's another conversation for another time. I used to be so depressed on my birthday. Okay, I was like, darn, like another year on this earth type of thing. And now if I would be able to go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would so tell her that, you know, it gets so much freaking better with one age. And just like, you know, letting yourself like experience life a little bit more opens your mind so much. I am happy to turn 26. I cannot wait to turn 30. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my 30s are gonna be like eye-opening. But to get there, you know, to that eye-opening 30s birthday, I still have to do like the work on myself and, you know, really like dive into every little thing, like doing the work, going to therapy, fixing past, present, whatever trauma. Like, I really have to continue doing the work. Since I'm doing all of that, my 30s are gonna be so freaking good. I'm gonna wake up in my 30s, I'm gonna be like, wow. That's how I imagine myself growing up, you know? Well, now I got 3 gray hairs. 3. I'm so happy. I don't know, I feel like this is such a beautiful thing to like age. And also I would not go back to my teenage years. Like, I was so freaking sad. I feel the way that I thought I was gonna feel when I turned 18, you know? So I feel really young, but I feel older. I don't know. It's such a cool feeling. I did not tell you how I found out that Santa Claus isn't real. Okay, let me tell you. Funny story though. So like I mentioned, my family is originally from Venezuela. So they flew over when I was 6 years old, I think, 6 or 7. They flew over to spend Christmas with us. By the way, that entire trip was like very hectic. My uncle got out of a bus and broke his leg on black ice. So that was like super hectic. I also had, I think I broke my foot. Yeah, I believe I broke my foot. I broke something. I was sledding and this adult sled like next to me, and he kind of deviated, hit the back of my sled, and I went down full force on a freaking metal pole, and my foot just like kind of went like that, you know? So I was on crutches for a while. I couldn't walk. My childhood best friend Remy, so freaking cute, bless him. He's so cute. He would put me on a sled to bring me to school because I couldn't walk. I'm deviating from the whole point. Okay, so how did I find out that Santa wasn't real? So when my family came over, I found out that they celebrate Christmas with the baby Jesus. Okay, so Niño Jesus. And apparently he's the one giving the gifts, not so much Santa. They do know about Santa, but it's more so baby Jesus. So when I got my presents, they were like, oh, what did the baby Jesus give you? And I was super confused because I've never heard that term ever in my life. On Christmas, you know, I was like, Santa, that's the only thing that I have to think about, right? And then I kind of put 2 and 2 together because I'm a smart cookie, and I was like, oh, all of this is fake. So I said it out loud. I remember I said it out loud, and my aunt got mad at me because she was like, some people still believe in Santa. Sorry. But yeah, I was just like kind of upset slightly, and I was like, okay, well, Santa isn't real. And yeah, I remember thinking that, like, how would you explain that in Canada it's Santa Claus and in Venezuela Santa doesn't go there, it's baby Jesus? Like, I mean, I was like, no, there you go, that's, you guys ruined it for me. It would have been so different if they would have kind of mentioned that from the beginning, because we did have a lot of like Venezuelan traditions at home during Christmas, but they never mentioned that. So I was like, okay, yeah, that's how I found out that Santa isn't real. I remember that, and I'm never gonna forget that moment. I was like 6 or 7 years old. So yeah, this concludes the end of this video. Literally a brain dump. And again, remember that I'm super ADHD, so if everything's all over the place and scattered and doesn't make any sense, well, that's why. And on that note, thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video, guys. Bye, and Merry Christmas. Bye.